Alright, this is Allied Placement 3, Episode 3. But before you watch Allied Placement 3, Episode 3, I'm going to ask you to please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. So without any further ado, Allied Placement 3, Episode 3. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy.
Soviet Union's going to purchase. We're still going to purchase artillery. We are still purchasing artillery. We can go for Caucasus. May the dice gods be with us. So all these units back into Moscow. That looks good. Everyone goes into Moscow. Let's see it, Germany. Round 7 for UK. Let's take a look around. 12 infantry. Repaired 16 points of damage in Germany. Gobbling up Africa, Kazakh, Persia. Took these with tanks. Archangel, Karelia. He lost the Covenant infantry there. Belorussia, no units lost. Lost 3 infantry in Northwest Europe. Destroyed 1 artillery and 3 infantry and lost 3 infantry. That's not bad. Moved a bunch of stuff to Germany. Some stuff to Anglo-Egyptian Sudan and Karelia. So let's make our purchases for the UK. 8 infantry, 1 artillery. So I'm going to continue to just hit the west coast of Europe here. Take these units. We'll take 2 transports for Northwest, and we'll take France with 1. Get the fighters in there. Let's not forget this little region down here, Malaya. Let's see about getting rid of this tank. Bombing run. We'll go to Caucasus. You know what? We could use this one for Egypt. I think I want to take from Egypt. I think that would cost him more. Even though I can only get up to 2. I can only get up to 4 in Egypt, and I can get up to 8 here in Caucasus. I just think he's more concerned with putting out tanks here than here in Caucasus. I think it's a mistake to put a complex here with Germany. The Germany probably doesn't even need to produce a complex. You can capture Caucasus and Karelia. You should have enough capacity. Take the territory there, that's worth 2. If I take these, they'll be British. I want to get this for the Soviets instead. And I don't want to use up the tank to take out one of his tanks. And I don't want to risk the fighters without any protection. So this is another question for you folks. Let's hear it down in the comments how you handle can opener situations like this with more expensive units or with just fighters. Alright, may the dice gods be with us. We'll move all these units around. He doesn't have any real threat on India. Persia, he can get 5. I think that's fine the way it is. I'm going to create a map note. I'm just going to create this map note, defend here, USA. Just to remind myself, I need Probably this aircraft carrier and a couple of fighters. What's in here now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We probably need some of these destroyers too. We'll light that firecracker when we get there. We shall mobilize. Get the 3 infantry in India. Everything else in UK. So in US round 7, we look over Japan and they purchase 5 infantry and a destroyer and an industrial complex. Don't they already have 2? So now they have 3? 4? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Japan has a total of 5 industrial complexes. I don't know what he's doing with them. Because he has 41 IPCs and a capacity of 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Unless he finds a unit that only costs 2 IPCs, he's not going to be able to use that capacity. Interesting. We have this problem here with Africa. We can't really let him just hold Africa. So Australia, Kwangtung, Vologda, and Novosibirsk. Moved his fleet down here to 38. 3 fighters, Kangsu. Some units to Karelia, and 3 units to Anhui. He mobilized. Put that new complex there. 3 infantry to Manchuria, 2 to Kangsu, and a destroyer to 62. That means he's got the industrial complex here. He didn't even use it. So I don't normally, nitpick at my opponents here. But I just want to say to you, my audience, any of you that might find this advice useful, don't purchase industrial complexes that you're not going to be using. That's 15 IPCs. So that's the lesson for today, boys and girls. The United States, with their 48 IPCs, will not purchase another industrial complex. But I did purchase one here in Norway. And I'm going to click 2 tanks, even if it's just a placeholder. Even if I don't end up buying the 2 tanks, just so I don't forget that I need to purchase for this industrial complex here that I now put here. So I have 6, 7 transports. We want more transports. You want 11, 12 transports, something like that. So if we got 2, that would bring us up to 9. I think I just used 8, because then I could purchase 8 land units here, just like that, and save an IPC. And let's read this map note before we finish our purchases, just to defend here. Just to make sure I put US naval units here. So I think I can get away with not purchasing a destroyer or something this round for the USA. So that should be good. So obviously we can't take Karelia. What can we do? We can take Libya. I'm going to take 1 infantry. Let's pick off northeast. Now let's do a couple bombing runs. Do one in Karelia, 1 in Caucasus. Okay. May the dice gods be with us. Those were 2 good bombing raids. I feel like he intends on using these industrial complexes. This one still seems like more likely that he intends on using it. I've asked your opinion on this, but I want to be able to land the bombers back in Moscow. I opted for Caucasus, which now I'm realizing I'm going to take back Caucasus, aren't I? That might have been a mistake. I wasn't even thinking about that. He's got nothing back here, and I'm probably going to want to take back Caucasus. Well, I feel really silly now. That was like a total brain fart. Not a catastrophic one, but an annoying one. Alright, we're gonna shuck to Norway. Bring back 3 of these. Okay, C-Zone 8, C-Zone 8. Leave the 2 transports, bring up the transport, bring back this transport. Get as many transports to C-Zone 10 as you can. Remember to move your units into position. I realize I bombed a factory that I could take back. And I probably am going to take it back, and it doesn't look like he's going to really be able to get it back from me after that. So it may have been a mistake to bomb this factory. So I guess I just made that decision too quickly. I think that's everything. So let's mobilize. Tanks in Norway, of course, and then the rest of the land units in Washington. Alright, Soviet Union. The Soviet Union has 16 IPCs. I wouldn't exactly call this a turtle, though. I'm going to buy an artillery. We have to take Archangel. And perhaps we don't end up with Caucasus. Because we got this tank here to take as well. And then let's do something like this. Something like that. Because tanks in these territories should be safe. He's got some fighters that if he really wanted to attack with fighters, he could do that if he wants. These tanks can't reach. Okay. Strong and favorable. And strong and strong and favorable. Let's see it. May the dice gods be with us. Okay, that was pretty good. Yeah, that's good. So just put the units in Moscow and turn it over to Germany. Let's see what they got in store for us. UK. This game is very interesting. Round 8 doesn't look like anybody has a very clear advantage. He does have more attack power than me. He almost has as much production. Let's look at what they did. Because what's amazed me is that Germany has so many aircraft and so many land units. It's interesting. But our position on this side, I think is pretty good. He has Africa. Interesting game. 13 infantry, 2 artillery. And repaired all kinds of damage that I have inflicted. And there was a lot of combat. Finished taking Africa. France took it back. Took back Northwest Europe. West Russia. Finland. Archangel. And Libya. Moved some units to Egypt, 4 fighters to Germany, and infantry to Ukraine. Moved the aircraft up to Karelia, probably to threaten C-Zone 3, and mobilized all over the place. 2 in Egypt, 2 in Germany, Italy, Karelia. UK is just going to continue with the plan. of 9 units every round. And we'll go for France. Step into Jordan. Let's start giving him little targets. Alright, let's do it. May the dice gods be with us. So that wasn't bad. Make sure we land all our aircraft again properly. Stick a tank in Persia. Bring back the bomber. Let's bring up this infantry. Bring over this infantry. Little targets, little targets. Replace that infantry. Alright. Another tank. Some more infantry. Some more infantry. Let's see it, Japan. So at the end of an allied turn, he doesn't have as much of a lead, and we outproduce him much more comfortably now. Germany's attack power is just quite hefty. Quite hefty. He has all those tanks, and he just, I don't know, he hasn't lost a lot of his attack power in this game. He hasn't lost many units, and a very large air force. USA, this is round 8, and the Japanese, 9 infantry, 2 transports. 6 transports now. Took back Malaya with 2 units. Okay. French Indochina, Burma, Yunnan, he hasn't lost a unit in any of these. Szechuan, just a clean sweep. His fleet into 36. All these units into Anhui. He mobilized out of his 4 industrial complex. I think he has 5. He has 5. He used them all except for... No, he used them all except for... East Indies. So for purchases, I require 9 units and more fighters. Let's continue to get more fighters. Tanks for India. Artillery. Hold on to 5. That sounds good. He can't reach C-Zone 23 with any aircraft, can he? His bomber would be able to reach, but not if I hold this region here. French West Africa. We'll go for Northwest Europe. And now let's take Finland. We'll use the battleship here. There's a fighter here we'll use as well. Let's bomb them. Let's bomb Egypt. I think that all looks good. Let's do it. May the dice gods be with us. Okay. So now, he's got 6, 7 that could reach C-Zone 3. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. What if we were to go with 4 more? What does that leave here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, on 4. The whole point of taking Northwest Europe was to prevent these fighters, these 6 fighters, from hitting C-Zone 8. So now he has 5 units, including this bomber, that could hit 8. I've got plenty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's good for now. Meaning we could take these 2 and put more units in Norway. It's risky to use the bombers to be able to defend Algeria. Maybe I won't do that. Maybe the bombers will land here instead. Can't really hit with anything. Let's put this tank as well, because he's got like a bomber here. He might be able to get something going here. 1, 2, 3. He could put the aircraft carriers here at 34 actually. So that's 3, 4 here. He's got 5 fighters and a bomber. That's a little sticky, huh? Oh, the British go first. The British go first. But the British have a tank as well. They've got a couple of infantry. So maybe we take one of these fighters and place it here. And then on the UK's turn, we remember to put some infantry in here. And then that should make it unreasonable. You could bring a bunch of infantry too. I don't know if I like that. Maybe no. Maybe I do put them here. Maybe this is a better shot for the bombers. He's just going to be coming in with these 4. That's all he could reach with, is these 4. Oh no, he could reach with these 4 fighters. That is a sticky situation, huh? Alright, let's just land the 2 bombers there. I might have misjudged the consequences of using that unit. Let's make sure we get all the transports back that we can get back. Put our units in position. Okay. Put the tank in Norway. Artillery. Put 1 more infantry in Norway. And the rest in Eastern USA. Let's see Soviet Union.
So it's an interesting one. Very close. My opponent has definitely put his air force in a much better position. It'll be interesting to see how this one turns out. But the only way to find out how this game turns out is to join us for episode 4 of Allied Placement 3. And if you're enjoying this video, please consider liking, sharing, subscribing, doing all those wonderful things. And as always, thank you for watching.